12 News at 10 starts now.
We start with breaking news. A deadly crash shutting down a major intersection in Phoenix. This happening near 19th Avenue and Bethany Home Road. Phoenix police telling us when they got to the scene, they found someone on the road who had died. Police are interviewing witnesses and possible vehicles, checking out possible vehicles involved. Meantime, Bethany Home Road is closed in both directions from 19th to 21st Avenue. Welcome to 12 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Rachel Cole. In other news tonight, a death investigation underway after a body was found in Sun Lakes. This was near Chandler Heights and Alma School Road. We're told when deputies got to the area earlier this morning, they found the person dead. MCSO says the case is being considered suspicious. No word on the victim's name or how they died. Detectives are now investigating. A man is in extremely critical condition after he was rescued from the top of a palm tree in West Phoenix. This happened near 67th Avenue and Thomas Road. Phoenix Fire telling us the 40-year-old was working as a tree trimmer and had climbed the 50-foot tall palm when that accident happened.
It is extremely uncommon to have palm tree rescues like this. It is something that we train for, especially in our technical rescue classes. So something that we do prepare for, we are ready to do. We had multiple support trucks here, which are the trucks that have all of the technical rescue gear, the ropes, the harnesses, the specific hardware kits that we use to be able to get people down from these locations. So everything was in place to give him the best outcome that we could provide.
And the man was unconscious when he was pulled from the palm tree. Phoenix police are investigating that incident. New details tonight on a deadly crash in Phoenix. This one happened last night near 78th Avenue and Indian School Road. Phoenix police tell us 36-year-old John Fisher was taken to the hospital but died from his injuries. 2 other people were also hurt in that crash. Officers say they're still working to determine whether criminal charges are warranted. Tonight, the community saying goodbye to one of the oldest elementary schools in the valley. C.J. Jorgensen first opened in 1957, and the class of 2025 will be its last at Roosevelt School District that voted to close it at the end of the school year. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra shares how the longstanding school made an impact on so many lives.
A walk down memory lane.
Time has gone by quickly.
Brings up all kinds of feelings for students and staff, past and present, of C.J. Jorgensen Academy of Service Learning.
Oh my gosh, so different.
Belen Caballero and her husband Richard graduated 8th grade from Jorgensen in 1962.
I was always giving my milk to Richard because I'm not a white. When I had chocolate milk, I would take that, but white milk, I'd give it to Richard.
Just a few years before the Perez siblings began kindergarten in the same building.
It was a little difficult for us. We didn't speak a lot of English, so we kind of adjusted and learned that this is where we started.
As Jorgensen celebrated its 68th anniversary, it learned this school year would be its last.
I can still hear voices of children. I can hear kids from the playground. But at the same time, I know things happen and, the changes have to be made. So bittersweet.
Jorgensen, located near 19th Avenue and Broadway Road, is one of 5 Roosevelt schools closing on May 23rd. Martin Luther King Jr., Maxine Bush, V.H. Lassen, and John R. Davis are also all shutting down. The board credits the closures to an increase in charter and private schools opening in the area, a lack of funding from the state legislature, and declining enrollment.
We have been here in the community for over 60 years, and so our students that go here now, their parents went here, their aunts, their uncles, their cousins went here.
Students and staff will be moving to other schools within the district, but it's undecided what the future holds for these buildings.
Although small, Jorgensen was a mighty school, and I hope that everyone remembers just the legacy of everything that happened here.
A legacy filled with students who went on to have brilliant careers and teachers who continue to make a difference.
People remember the good things about this school. For them to come back, that's meaningful.
But even after these halls become home to something else,
education keeps going and going.
The impact they had on so many lives will live on.
Those memories will always be with us.
In Phoenix, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabby, thank you. A wildfire is burning east of the valley in Graham County. Officials say the human-caused Bryce fire has already burned nearly 900 acres, about 3 miles west of Pima along US 70. People living in the river corridor in Fort Thomas are being told to be on set status if evacuations are necessary. That means go bags with necessities, clothes, food, water, and documents should all be packed and ready to go. High winds and smoke are causing decreased visibility and impacting our air quality. That fire about 25% contained at this time. And the windy weather certainly blowing that smoke through the valley today. Meteorologist Chris Dunn standing by with a closer look at our forecast.
Yeah, Rachel, we saw some of that smoke, especially in the East Valley. There's the Four Peaks off in the distance. Not time to go to break just yet. This is from Tempe earlier today, and you probably saw some of that smoke coming from Graham County, which is right down here just to the northwest of Safford. This is the fire area. You can see this is where the smoke is emanating from. This is tonight at 10 o'clock, and as we go through time, we'll have a little bit of that wisp of smoke making it to the valley, but you'll notice an overall shift. Tomorrow, the winds kind of back off a little bit tomorrow night, and then the smoke plume takes another direction on Monday, heading that way. That means the winds will be shifting around. Still getting that westerly wind tomorrow. Light winds tomorrow night into Monday morning, but a very strong southwesterly wind in this area, gusts to 40 miles per hour. And this whole area is under a fire weather watch, not only for Monday, but for Tuesday as well. Meantime, it is hot, especially for this time of the year. 103 in Phoenix today, the record 111. And by the way, Yuma hit 110, and that wasn't a record. Their record also 111 today. The average high is 92 in the valley. But we're going to take it from 105 tomorrow, which will be the hottest day of the year so far, and take it on down to 101 on Monday and back to the 80s by Wednesday. Do we have any 70s in the forecast? Well, not quite, but we will talk about this cooling trend and what you can expect for the week ahead coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Chris, thank you. A new kind of air conditioning refrigerant was supposed to be better for the environment, but now it's causing headaches for contractors and homeowners too. As Arizona braces for another hot summer, a nationwide shortage could leave people feeling the heat at the worst possible time. 12 News journalist Kyle Simchuk explains.
With triple-digit temperatures on the way this weekend, air conditioning isn't just a luxury in Arizona, it's a lifeline. But a nationwide shortage could mean trouble for some homeowners this summer. The problem? R454B, one of two new eco-friendly refrigerants now required in all new home air conditioning systems. The change, signed into law by President Trump in 2020, took effect this January, but supply chain issues are making it nearly impossible to find.
The shortage cause is not the actual refrigerant, it's the actual bottles that hold the refrigerant. They're having some manufacturing issues with the bottles. So they're not able to distribute the refrigerant.
Eric Guyton, HVAC operations manager at Gettle Air Conditioning and Plumbing, says the shortage is already causing problems for some contractors, particularly those replacing old units with new ones or in new home construction.
A lot of them are putting the unit in, hoping that the refrigerant, the bottles are going to show up, and then they can charge them up. But we're getting to the point now to where it's about a little too late. So they're having to rip those units back out in situations where they can.
Worthington Enterprises is a major producer of those cylinders. The company told 12 News the new AC standards created a surge in demand that not all parts of the supply chain were prepared to meet. A spokesperson said, quote, "We anticipate the leveling off period to occur later this summer once the market has desired inventory levels on hand. But triple-digit temps are already here."
If you're thinking about doing something, whether it's with us or whoever it's with, you should probably think about doing it much sooner than you probably planned on.
The shortages have yet to be felt at companies like Gettle. The AC units they install use the second approved refrigerant called R32, which remains in good supply, at least for now.
As supplies get lower, unfortunately, prices start to go up. We feel it, and unfortunately, the customers are going to feel it too.
There is some good news. AC units that use R410A, the previous standard, can still be serviced and repaired for the most part, but that refrigerant will eventually be phased out. In Phoenix, Kyle Simchuk, 12 News.